Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? 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 Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? There's something strange that happens. Actually, tell me where you're streaming in from. I want to know. And share this with somebody else. Share this with someone else. Tell me where you're streaming in from. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Hopefully, the chat will come through because I'm not actually directly on Facebook. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. But anyway, let's talk about something here. There's something strange that happens. In fact, let me start by singing our affirmation. I don't have my guitar with me today, but I will sing this to you. I am enough. So the affirmation is I am enough. 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 Something like that. And I want you to remember that. And I'll probably do it a few times through this presentation or whatever I'm calling it, this chat here. Because it just occurred to me, oh, well, it occurs to me quite a lot of the time. The strange thing that happens to ambitious, really successful people in most areas of your life, you have experienced some form of success. But then when you come to build your own business around your skills and your expertise and your knowledge and your wisdom, and you really want to help people, and you're already probably doing it for free in some other capacity, maybe at your church or your community center or something along those lines, you are doing it. You are helping people. You've seen people's lives transformed with the wisdom inside of you. And yet, when you come to build your own business, either you don't start at all, or you start, but it feels like you're doing a lot of stuff and getting absolutely nowhere with it. Or you're getting, yeah, it's like it's nowhere near the amount of success you've experienced in other areas of your life at all. And there's this crazy voice in the back of your head somewhere that continually wonders, does anybody actually care about what I have to say? Is there a place for me in this marketplace? Maybe everybody else is already doing it, and I've missed my moment. The stories we start telling ourselves of why you should not come out into the marketplace, or why it's not working for you, and why, despite how hard you're putting the effort you're putting into it, it's just not working for you, and blah 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 blah. And yet you're so confident in other areas. Anybody ask you a question about anything, you have an opinion, you can help them, you can see exactly what they're doing. But then when it comes to growing this part of you in a business as a coach, particularly as a coach, okay, because even if you're a healer, you work with energy or whatever it is that you do, there's a certain element of coaching that goes into working with clients and helping them get results, okay. And so I want to remind you, my love, that voice inside of you, no matter how real and true it may seem, it's not. It's not. You are still the powerful, capable person that you are in other areas of your life. Just because you're getting a business off the ground, just because you're asking people to allow you to transform their lives whilst also paying you, does not mean that there's anything different about your ability to help them. You are enough. Let me sing this to you again. I am enough. 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 And I want you to actually take those just 3 words and repeat them and repeat them. Yeah, use my melody. Repeat and repeat and repeat to yourself. Say things like, my work, and this is one of my affirmations that I love to say to myself, my work equips people to prosper. It is worthy of rich reward and recognition. Say it. My work equips people to prosper. It is worthy of rich reward and recognition. And I know even as you say those words, you can hear that little whisper inside of your head saying, really though? Does it though? And yet, again, Remember that you are that person that people look up to already. You are that person in any other arena in your life. You are so confident, you are so sure, but then you come into this trying to get your business off the ground, and it's like you feel as if you're walking through quicksand, trying so hard to push through the mud to get anywhere. And it's because you're listening to that imposter syndrome inside of you, that part of you telling you that you are a fraud, that you are not capable of this thing, that it is not meant for you, that you need to just stop and you need to be something other than yourself in order for you to win, because you're looking at all of those other people on social media with their fine makeup and they're full of energy and this and that, and you're thinking, I can't be that kind of person, but I just can't do it around this business. Or you're not even thinking that, you're just wondering, you're telling yourself a story of, it's never going to work for me. I mean, look at them. They have blonde hair and shiny teeth. How can it work for me? And it's almost why, I'm sitting here. Some of y'all might know the story of this. If you've been in my community for any length of time, I've told you about this, my wonderful red jumper, which actually I stole from my husband before we even got married. So this jumper is, I don't even know how old this jumper is. We've been married, what now? 23 years. And this jumper is older than that. So it's at least 25 years. And I took it from my husband because somebody once said to me, "Oh, you're going out with that guy that wears the red jumper, are you?" And he's like, "Okay, he can no longer ever wear the red jumper." So and so then I decided that I was going to take on the red jumper. I'll probably pass this down to one of the princesses when I am ready to pass it down. But for now, it is my red jumper. And yes, there was a moment of thought inside of me saying, don't bother doing this video right now until you're dressed up and you've put everything in the right place. And it's like, you know what? No, that's exactly what I'm trying to speak into right now. I am a wife. I am a home educating mother. And I am a coach to ambitious spiritual people who are ready to live in their purpose and to make at least 6 figures whilst transforming other people's lives with the wisdom and the skills and the stuff inside of them. But I am all of these things, as well as lots of other things. I'm one with the divine. I am powerful, all of that stuff. But I am not an entrepreneur that sits around in coffee shops all the time. I do like coffee shops sometimes, but I don't even really like coffee, let's be honest. I'm not one of those people. And sometimes that seems to be the example we see everywhere. And it can feed into this rhetoric, this lie inside of you, that you are not enough, that who you are, the way you want to show up, the way you would do things is not good enough. Again, my work equips people to prosper. It is worthy of rich reward and recognition. I am also that coach who sends out a heck of a lot of emails a day. That could be, for me, a reason why it's like, you're not good enough. How can you? You're almost abusing. I can hear these voices in my head telling me you're doing things wrong. And yet, I can also hear the divine inside of me saying, take the freaking limits off. And I say that to you too, because the divine is trying to get your attention and remind you of the work that you are here on this planet to do. And you're allowing this crazy voice inside of you that tells you that you are fraud, that you are an imposter, that you are not capable, that you are not enough. You're allowing that voice. You may not even be fully conscious that you're allowing that voice. That is why I'm bringing it to your attention, that this may be why you struggle to get your business to grow, because either you're already in business and you're struggling, as I say, and if you aren't, it's because there's a story that you are buying into that is not enabling you to look for the right strategy to grow your business quickly. There's a part of you that thinks there's no point trying because I am not enough. You are enough. You are worthy of living in your purpose. Your vision is your permission, and you are capable of your calling. These are affirmations that you can use to remind yourself of who you actually are. People love to hear from me. People love to buy from me. People always prosper when they work with my work. This is another affirmation that you can affirm to yourself repeatedly. And the reason why I love to use affirmations with clients and with you guys is you're affirming detrimental statements over and over and over and over again to yourself that you were probably not even fully conscious of doing. But now we want to very deliberately, because this is the deliberate millionaire community. We live life deliberately. So we're very deliberately discarding these ideas, But it's not even just about discarding these ideas. We're replacing them with powerful ideas that enable us to move forward, such as, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Oh, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Such as that. And people love to hear from me. People love to buy from me. People always prosper when they work with my work. My work equips people to prosper. It is worthy of rich reward and recognition. Oh, yes. What else have I said today? Whichever one. Use these to reaffirm yourself, to remind yourself of the truth of who you are. Again, in any other arena in life, you may be that person that shines, that shows yourself as worthy, and people look to you as a leader. Now you need to bring that into your business. If you're still sitting on the fence because you're trying to get it all perfect, you're trying to get it completely right before you make a start, or you're telling yourself all kinds of stories as to why you can't do this right now, and blah 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 blah, is it simply because there's a part of you that thinks you're an imposter? There's a part of you that you cannot completely shake that tells you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy. Well, it's time to get very deliberate about the words that you're speaking to yourself. It's time to get very deliberate about noticing when you are holding yourself back from fully owning your power in the marketplace. You deserve to live a purpose-aligned life where you are fulfilled, where you are free. I like to say the free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life. This is a life that does not happen by chance, my loves. It happens because you very deliberately choose it. Very deliberately choose it. And sometimes that means changing what you're telling yourself in your head so that you can take the strategic actions that will get you the result that you want. You can no longer allow the voices, because you might also be surrounded by people who don't get the whole online coaching thing or trying to build a business online when you have a solid, real career in the real world. Why are you trying to upset the balance of things by starting some online thing? What makes you think you can do that? Do not listen to that nonsense. That calling, that desire, that vision inside of you is exactly what you are here on this planet to deliver. There is no mistake about the vision you carry. And there is no mistake about you being here on this planet at this time. There are 8 billion people on the planet. Not all of them are being served yet. So yes, you, with the way you would deliver your skills, your wisdom, your knowledge, your whatever, the way you do it, no one else will do it in that way. And I don't, these are not platitudes. This is an invitation for you to wake up and live the life that you're actually meant to be living. To wake up and be the leader that you're meant to be in the marketplace, rather than just at your workplace or just in your home. Come on. Come on, there's a part of you that really wants this. You want to be transforming lives, and you want to be paid at least 6 figures to do it. Well, the choice is yours, literally. There's a reason that you're watching this right now, and it's because you've been asking for help from the divine universe, whatever word you give it, and this is it. This is it. This is the response. It's time for you to stop waiting for someone else to give you a platform. You are the one that is going to create your platform. You are the one that is going to, change things in your life. You can't keep waiting any longer. There are no more signs to be given. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. It's just this imposter syndrome, this feeling that you are not enough, that has actually dogged you in all areas of your life. So yes, you show up in places, there's certain familiar zones where you are quite familiar with them, so you don't feel, you feel, okay, you put on a certain facade and show up in a certain way. Great. But there's more. There's more. Sometimes in the late nights or early mornings, you lie in bed wondering, I thought I was going to be doing more by now. It's because there is more. You thought you were going to be further along by now because there is more for you. It's just that you are harboring this idea that you are not enough. Well, honey, affirm with me. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Oh, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Affirm it and affirm it and affirm it until it becomes your reality. But you don't even need to wait for it to become fully your reality, okay? You just need to know I am enough. And I am going to do what it takes to get my message out into the marketplace. And I'm going to transform lives with my message. And I am going to make money. I'm going to make at least 6 figures whilst doing this. And I'm going to go directly there. We're done with the scenic route, aren't we? We're done with the suffering that the scenic route can sometimes bring. Yes, there are lessons that you learn in the scenic route, but it's painful, isn't it? You're done with it, surely. I got done with it and then I stopped being in the scenic route. It was fine for a season, but at some point the pain gets enough that you realize, why am I keeping myself from my own success? Why am I keeping myself from my own success? It's not anything out there. It is partly this reason, this feeling inside of you that you are not enough. And the only way you're going to shake that is not by getting more and more certifications. It's not by reading more and more books. It's not by attending more and more conferences. Yeah, mentoring will help, but doing it in the context of a big group and in a workshop somewhere sometimes can just be avoidance of getting, coming close one-on-one. Like with some of my clients, one-on-one, we face their demons. There's no hiding when it's you and one mentor. There's no hiding. And for some of y'all, that is a necessary next step for you. Because until you are being seen by someone and also being called out on your nonsense, you'll continue to hide behind the big group, hide behind the, I'm too busy doing this, and hide behind the, I just don't have the surplus cash right now to do this. And all of those stories that you tell yourself that keeping you from your own success. It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you fighting for your limitations? It's crazy. Come on, work with me. Yes, come on, work with me. One-on-one. Let us get you flying forward to 6 figures because you can. Because you can. Because you can. It's just this crazy voice inside of you. And it is really crazy because when you're promoting somebody else's vision, you do it easy. It's so easy for you to tell everybody about your boss or your pastor's thing and this and that, the other. But then it comes to your own thing. And suddenly you don't have the words. I just don't know what to say. I'm not really sure how to do this. And then you talk yourself out of every single good idea that you have. And it's all because at the core of you, or at the back behind of all of these thoughts is this thought, I'm not enough. And even when you do show up, it's like when I started coaching first, I used to wear a suit and this and that and the other because I felt that that's the way I have to present myself as a professional. And if that's you, fine. But if it's because you think that's how you have to do it in order to be accepted, again, you're feeding into the rhetoric that you are not enough. That you, the way you are, is not enough. And it is. Again, it is. You are enough. I can say that till I am blue in the face. It would take some doing for me to be blue in the face, okay? But I can say that forever. In the end, it's a choice you make to believe that you are enough. Yes, use the affirmations I've said. People love to hear from me. People love to buy from me. People always prosper when they work with my work. My work equips people to prosper. It is worthy of rich reward and recognition. Use those things. But it's still a choice that you're going to have to make to now start acting as though you are enough. And sometimes because you've been in this box of acting from this place of I'm an imposter or I'm a fraud, you don't even know how you've been getting in your own way. You just know that you've been working hard to either avoid getting your business off the ground or working very hard in a business that is refusing to grow. You can't see exactly what you've been doing to hold yourself back. And that's where definitely working with someone on a one-to-one basis or a very close mastermindy kind of group will really change your life. Because because sometimes you are so caught up in the feelings and the emotions around your life, it's tough, really tough to see where you're holding yourself back. And that's where people like me come in to support you in, hey, there is another way of doing this. Let's just stop this scenic route craziness. Let's just go directly and swiftly to six figures. What say you? What say you? See, and then I can help you to move forward. Whether it's me, whether it's another person, if you've been kind of going around and getting nowhere, honey, get help. Your best thinking is not getting you where you want to go. So get help. And at the same time, make a decision inside of you. I am enough. What I have to offer the world is enough. It is safe for me to go big. It is safe for me to show up. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to allow myself to create wealth whilst living in my purpose. It is safe. And I choose it now. And again, I have to emphasize this because sometimes spiritual people, there's a tendency to think that if I just affirm things enough, but then you're affirming, but your actions are almost like negating every single affirmation you're affirming. So you're affirming, but you're not taking any actions that would say that that's actually what you believe. So your subconscious mind is getting slightly confused, and a confused mind will say nothing, will do nothing. Okay? So, yes, do the internal work. Do the shifting of beliefs. Do all of that, shifting the energy, whatever you need, what you call it, do it. But also, make sure you're taking very clear strategic steps in the direction of your vision, in the direction of 10K months, whilst transforming people's lives. You must be taking the action because that affirms what you're affirming. But if you're not taking the actions or you're still doing the same things you were doing that just kept you going round and round in circles, we're getting nowhere, whilst affirming greatly, your subconscious mind and you stop believing yourself. It's like I said, what was it yesterday or something, about being a person of your word. You want to be a person of your word to yourself first before anybody else. That when you say something, you really are going to do all you can to bring that to life. Then you start to trust yourself even better. Okay. Affirm again with me. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Oh, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Affirm that and affirm that and affirm that until it becomes your reality. But remember, partner it with strategic action. Okay? Okay. Your step one, if you're looking for step one, your step one is to go get the 6-figure spiritual business book. Okay? The link is around this video, or depending on where you're watching it, it might also be in the link in my bio. Okay? Go get the book. One, it'll give you the strategic action that will take you directly to 10K months. The strategic action that will take you directly. And I really mean that. When I created that book, it was with the intention that when someone goes, if someone will do this, they will move forward. So this isn't fluff, it's the direct route. Okay? Get the book. As I say, the link is around the video. Go get the book. And then you'll start to hear from me anyway, because you'll be hearing my emails. As I said, I am that person that sends a lot of emails. I have words, a lot of words. The right people stick around. In some ways, it's a bit of a filtration thing, or it's filtering. And the right people stay in the community. The other people just find it so frustrating. And oh my God, sometimes when the email filter doesn't filter them out. Occasionally I get emails like, oh my God, they're so overwhelmed with your emails. I'm like, come on, they're just words. You do not have to open them. You do not. You can easily click this unsubscribe button. But again, I use that as a form of filtration. People love to hear from me. And so if you don't love to hear from me, you shouldn't be in my community. It's that simple, right? It is that simple. Dispel the fear. Dispel the fear that you are not enough, because you are. You are meant for this work. But you have to back yourself. Even if it's just back yourself enough to come and work with me. Okay? Because that will support you in taking the simple steps that take you directly to 10K months. Okay? And I know sometimes people think that it's when I get the money, then I'll be more confident. No, you have to be confident in order to get the money. And the confidence is a choice. Yes, I've said this before, that confidence kind of comes last, but you can choose to act from a place of, I am enough. That confidence of, I am enough. Who I am is enough. And it is, honeys, it is. You are literally one with the divine. You are a God unit. Of course you're enough. Of course you're enough. But you have to really, truly choose to believe this, regardless of what it may feel like at times. You are the one that gets to choose what feelings stick around with you. You can choose to ask the divine for support in shifting your feelings. You're not stuck in them. You really aren't. Sometimes there's some feelings, some emotions that need to be processed within you. Okay, lean into them. Do not run from them. Allow divine love to dissolve them. But then still choose again. I am enough. I can do this. I can build my business. I just need to take strategic action forward. I'll go get Rosemary's book, Six-Figure Spiritual Business Book. I'm going to apply each step. I'm going to grow my business. I'm going to work with her if necessary to help me stay on path. But I am doing this because I am enough and I'm meant to do this work. I am confident that I'm called, chosen, and purposed for this work. And also, I have the ability to do it. I am capable of it. Affirm these things to yourself, just like you would do in any other area of your life. But although in other areas of your life, you don't have to think about it so much anymore. You just do it. You want to get to that place in your business too, where you're just taking the strategic action without all the drama associated with it. Are you ready? Go get the book. The link is around this video. Okay, or it's in my bio, depending on where you're listening to this. And remember, you are enough. You are enough. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you. Share this with somebody else. Share the love, man. Share this with somebody else. I want to see you sharing this with someone else, and I thank you in advance for doing that. Until the next time, go forth and prosper. You are enough. And it's time for us all to rise up and start living in our purpose. Come on, you ready? You ready to come and join us? Come on then. Get the book. Much love. Bye.